It's showtime. What's up, historians? What's up? Welcome back. Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter, your host here for Season 4, Episode 29. We're almost there. Episode 31 is conveniently on October 31st, Halloween night, and then we're starting Season 5. So awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in for another great season. This episode is sponsored by, I just spaced it. That's what I get for smoking before I come on. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. The Salem, Shadows of Salem Paracon, Horror and Paranormal Convention. I'm going to be a speaker, this Saturday, Salem State University College in Salem, Massachusetts. You ever heard of that place? I'm pretty sure you have. Halloween capital of America, that's for sure. Witches, pirates, and fucking hooligans, oh my. So we're going to be there. I'm going to be there all day, set up with Heather Witch and Life Guide. She's going to be selling her bracelets, all that good shit, all her little lava rocks and gems and fucking all that stuff. We're going to be all set up there. I'm going to be speaking at 3:15 on stage. Well, I'm going to try not to swear. So check that out. That's going to be great. Real quick, too, the guy putting it on is a friend of mine, or you guys know him. He's also a client of mine for Historically Haunted Booking, LLC. He's putting the show on. Thomas Patrick Gormley sent me this. Check it out.
Hello, my glorious weirdos. Thomas Patrick Gormley, the archangel of the paranormal and the shaman and the showman. Buckle up, get your charcuterie board ready, and join Adam and his guest on Historically Haunted Vodcast. Down the rabbit hole again.
That's good shit. So awesome. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you giving me that. I can't wait to see you this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Some people from the movie going to be there. The dude from Danzig's going to be there shredding guitar and sacrificing virgins and eating goat blood and shit. It's going to be fucking awesome. Satan's going to have his way in Salem this weekend, boys and girls. So check that out. So my guest coming up now, I've been a friend with for a little bit on Facebook. Never actually met or talked to really before tonight. But Jessiy Hawthorne. Jessiy with a Y. Jessiy. This chick and her old man have been a lot of places. I actually believe I saw them in a movie filming site group. She's checking out like Hubie Halloween sites and just different horror movie sites all throughout New England and America. She's also a bass player in a band. I believe bass. Oh, shit. I hope it's not guitar because I might have fucked that up. I should know because I sang in the band, so I should know these things. But she plays guitar either way in a rock metal band. But she's also more than that. She's also, besides a traveler and venturer and all this good stuff, movie filming site type of chick. She's also a Reiki master, which is you don't hear that much. I've had a couple of them on here. That's good with the chakras and all that good stuff. And she's also a sound healer, which we're going to dive into. Also a paranormal investigator, and believe it or not, a psychic medium. She's still growing, learning to her abilities and all that stuff. So we're going to dive right into that. Let me get on the comments first because I spaced it and I left it. What's up, Christine Marie, photographer for the Warren Convention. Appreciate you checking in. John Bernier, how you doing, my brother? Fighting cancer up in Seattle, Washington. Love you, man. Thanks for checking in, John. So without further ado, she's waiting patiently, eating popcorn and having some tea in the green room. Jessiy Hawthorne. No relation to the Hawthorne Hotel, or maybe. Let's find out. What's up, Jessiy?
Hi, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Thank you. Pleasure to have you. Sorry for the long intro. I gotta fucking push it.
No, you're good, dude. I was digging it. It was awesome.
Seeing you laughing, I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool." So, is it bass or guitar or both?
Technically, both. I taught myself guitar when I was 14, and way back in 2013, I got asked to join a band and play bass. So around the Chicago area, that's what I became known as a bassist. Right now, I'm not doing music. I took a break to concentrate on the paranormal stuff that I've been doing instead, which honestly, I love traveling and investigating and developing my abilities and doing Reiki stuff at events. So it's been so fun this year. It's kind of just like blown up.
I was going to say, you're doing conventions. You used to do a talk show or podcast. You're on them as well, too. So it's not like you're new to the field whatsoever. But you wear many hats. I had to bring up the music thing because, like I said, I sang in a band calling her. We opened up for Mushroom.
Nice. Nice.
That was my big thing. So I saw that you played bass. I was like, I used to fucking, whoa, screaming.
Yeah, I did vocals for a while, too. Vocals is my favorite, but like music, I love music. That's why actually I became a sound healer, because frequency can heal the body and heal the mind and the spirit. So pretty much what sound healing is I have crystal bowls. So they're just round bowls, and I ring them, and each one is a different note. So like C is for like the root chakra, A is for like the third eye chakra, like that type of stuff. So you ring the bowl, and it's 432 hertz, which is what the body actually needs. Unfortunately, a lot of after World War II and all the Nazi shit, they realized 440 hertz disrupts our cellular systems. And so ever since World War II, all of music has been in 440 hertz, not 432, which is like Beethoven and those older classics people enjoy and they become happy because it's in 432 hertz, not 440. So the bowls that I have are in 432, so it pretty much the vibrate we're a lot, what, like 70% water, so the vibrations vibrate our body and our cells and it helps us heal ourselves. So that's pretty much the point of the vibrational sound frequency, because it heals. Does that make sense?
It kind of does. I'm stoned, but at the same time, it's like, goddamn. It's funny how we're talking about you being in the music and being like a healer, empath type of psychic, and it's almost like intertwined in a way.
Yeah,
Here's,
yeah.
here's a mutual friend saying hi. Hello, Larry.
Oh, hey, Larry. What's up? He got Reiki from me.
Hello, Vince Gallen checking in. What's up, Thomas? I played your entrance before the show, my brother. You're going to get this chick next year in Salem Paracon. You're going to get her as a speaker, as a vendor next year in Salem. Let's get you there. You've been to Salem enough as it is anyway, but let's, stranger to it.
Got engaged there.
Wow.
Dirty lighthouse.
I was talking to my girl Heather, who's probably watching, Heather Witch and Life Guy. What's up, my girl? And she was looking up some sound healing stuff, and she was saying it's true. Like even plants and trees send vibrations and sound to it. Anything that has some sort of pulse or life, I should say, right? Mm-hmm. Animals, everything.
Everything has like an electromagnetic field. And if you think about it, that goes into paranormal investigating too, because EMF detectors. When there's spirits around, the EMF detectors go off because energy gives off energy, if that makes sense.
It does.
Larry.
How it do. Larry. John said to keep freezing up. Really, John? I'm not free. Do you freezing? I don't know. Maybe it's my network then. I seem to be okay with you.
Yeah, we seem okay. Like I hear and see you like regularly.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Keep me posted. We got 8 people watching, so hello, everybody. If you got comments or questions, please drop it. You know the fucking drill. As long as you're cool, and just keeping an eye on chat. You're an asshole. You're gone, but be respectful. Be respectful. You don't want to send us. Oh, Larry, you look fine with that beard of yours, you bastard. I love you, Larry. I brought Larry on with his team a couple months. All right.
I know. Yeah, I saw that.
I got to bring Larry back. I knew Jen, and then I told him, I said, I brought you on because I knew Jen. Larry's like, oh, I see how it is. Well, no, I know you now, Larry. It's so cool. So I'm going to dive into some more stuff, but I want to do some fun shit real quick.
Okay.
I usually start the show. Stop, Larry. Sorry. I love the comments. I love interactive. So what got you started, Jessiy? What got you, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind talking about it?
Yeah.
You know, was it a family member? Was it an incident?
Actually, I grew up on an Indian burial ground in an old schoolhouse in the middle of nowhere. I've had more experiences than I can even imagine. One of my first experiences was actually with a gray, with an extraterrestrial being. I was 5, and so we had 5 acres of woods around our little house, and I was walking into the one backyard and I saw like the top part of the head, so I saw the eyes, and it was more of like a grayish kind of color, grayish green, like gray with a kind of green hue, and it went like one way and then it went the other way, and then I don't have any memory. I know I was scared and I have no idea what happened. So that's my first memory of something weird happening to me.
Holy shit.
And when I was a kid, I never would go outside at nighttime. I slept in my mom's bed till I was 13, which, nowadays, I'm 37 and I'm like, everything's coming together and I'm realizing what was going on there. I was picking up the energy that was there because it was an Indian burial ground, which I researched that in high school. I had no idea. I just knew that we saw weird shit in the woods all the time, 8 to 10 foot tall black figures with red eyes. I had poltergeist activity, stuff would get thrown or moved. we would hear people talking right next to you, like, but like muffled, like underwater, muffled talking all the time. We would get rocks thrown at us anytime we were outside, and like it was, yeah, it was the country, so we had one of those big propane tanks, for heat, and you would hear the rocks go ding when they would hit it, or they would hit the driveway. I had friends that didn't believe me, and they would come over and hang out, and then they'd be like, okay, what the fuck? Because we'd be outside having cigarettes or drinking, 15, 16, 17 years old, being dumbasses, and rocks were getting thrown at us from the woods, and they're like, what the heck? And I know what it is, so I'm just like, go see if you can find somebody in the woods, have at it. And they'd go with like, flashlights and baseball bats and all types of stuff, and they would never find anybody, and they couldn't figure it out.
That's like Poltergeist, the movie. That literally is built on. No, it was burial grounds, not Indian or Native or whatever. But I mean, just weird shit, and that was based on true stories of what you had a poltergeist. You had some that wasn't a good entity. That wasn't good.
No. One of the so it was across the street from a golf course, and that Larry, it was me.
What a dick.
The whole golf course was built on an Indian burial ground, so that's why it had the hills that it had. So it was quote unquote natural, hills for a golf course.
Yeah, okay. Right. Whatever helps you sleep at night, it's all about the fucking money, dude. That's so disrespectful to boot.
Yeah. So we would go across the street, put out blankets, look at the stars, especially like meteor showers and stuff like that. And you could, like, the air around us would get sucked cold. Like, it was like we would be in a bubble of cold. And then, like, we would see orbs floating around. We would hear stuff walking next to us all the time.
Holy shit.
Excuse me. There was one thing that I love my mom for this. So she was always supportive. She never experienced anything. But one thing was, I got a digital camera. So way back in like early 2000s, like 2001 or something, 2002, I got a digital camera, and I was picking up orbs when I was taking pictures. And I'm like, what is all this? Why does it look like it's snowing? Why are these all colorful? Why is there faces in them? What is going on? And my mom would have friends over, and she'd be like, Jess, show them the pictures, show them the orbs. I'm like, okay. So I just go outside, take 3 pictures, and it would never be the same. It would be a bunch of orbs, like it's snowing, and then poof, nothing, and then 1 or 2. So it wasn't like it was always a bunch of orbs. It was always different. So that was one thing I thought was interesting.
That scrapes the dust statement away, because if it was dust, it'd be there every fucking time.
Every picture.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. People are chiming in with this. I used to hear spirits. My old bedroom was adjacent to 2 cemeteries. I stopped hearing them when we moved away from the house. I sleep in the hallway. I believe it. Jim Brown from Stowe, Maine, and Tombstone Paranormal. What's up, Jim? Appreciate you checking in. A couple of my homeboys checking in. We did that too as a kid. I did that too as a kid, Larry. I can't tell if you're serious or nothing. I can't tell if you're joking or what. My girl Heather checks in. My girlfriend, that's her and Yellow Wolf, the Native American rapper rocker, the yellow Eminem sign. We met him about a month ago, and Heather cried in his armpit. She was such a fan. But she says hi. She's looking forward to watching the show. She's watching in chat. She lives about 3 hours south of me in Maine. I bought a place up by Mount Katahdin, where the Appalachian Trail ends. It's right between Mount Katahdin and Bangor, where Stephen King lives. I met Stephen King last week.
I know, I saw that. That's crazy.
And you saw, you like that. I had to bring it up to these who watch, and I met Joe Hill, and fucking King was there, and I shit my pants, and I walked out like an idiot drooling on myself. But I met him. I had a moment. But yeah, so I live up in northern Maine. She's kind of south, but I'm going to see her tomorrow. We're driving to Salem for the Paracon, which you need to go to next year. And
right, I know.
So not to take away from that story, because that was amazing. What's up, Betsy Brown? Thank you for checking in from Arkansas, Colorado, wherever the fuck you are now. You're always moving around. Hi, everybody. There, Betsy. That's more polite. So let's talk about Salem, because that's kind of how we met, so to speak. You and your man there were at Derby Lighthouse, Derby Wharf Lighthouse, where they shot you Halloween, but it's also historic. 1800s.
Oh yeah.
What's one of your biggest? I gotta ask you, what's one of your biggest things to Salem, and/or like, what was your first thing to look for when you've ever went to Salem? Like, I gotta go see
The
the Bewitched
history.
statue. You know,
The history. I couldn't wait to learn. Like, I got the actual history tours, not the tourist tour, I guess you could say. The first time we went was actually early May 2022. Um yeah, what was the first thing that we did? I'm trying to remember. I know, well, actually, Harmony Grove Cemetery is the first place we went to in Salem.
oh, right at the line, Salem. Yes, it's entering Salem right there. You take a picture of the entering Salem
Yep.
sign. The cemetery is right there. Gardens, yeah.
Yeah, so
Very cool.
Harmony Grove is like the most beautiful cemetery we have ever been to. So we stopped there first, and then
it's big, too.
yeah, it's huge. We love it. There's actually a grave there that my fiance he has to stop at every time. So you could tell it was it was an older man that passed, and the wife is still alive because she leaves stuff there, like little houses or figurines and stuff. So we always see how they're different every time we go. We've only been there 3 times, but each time we go, something new is there. So we found that interesting. So he always has to stop by and say hi when we go to that cemetery.
I like that that's something off the beaten path. I mean, everybody loves the
Mhm.
witch house. Everybody loves the Hawthorne Hotel, all that stuff. But it's the little things that that's special to you guys. You dig? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's
Just like the Derby Lighthouse was special to us because we I think we were just walking around and we went by the friendship and we were like, oh, cool, because Steve's nautical stuff. He loves ship stuff. So we were looking at that and then we just followed the little trail down and we're like, oh my God, this is cool. It's a little lighthouse with like at the end. This is awesome. So he lit up a joint and we just sat there and watched the water and hung out for a little while and just talked and just
for those of you
enjoyed
that
being
don't.
underwater.
For those of you
What's
that
up?
don't know, sorry, real quick. For those of you that don't know, the Friendship, it's like the USS Constitution. It's an old school, like a sea vessel, like the Navy had, almost a pirate ship, but it's not a pirate ship. But it's docked right there in Salem, right next to Bunghole Liquor. Bunghole Liquor.
No, oh my God. So when we were walking down that way, we're walking and I hear him go, bunghole, 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 like Beavis and Butthead. And somebody was at the bar across the street and goes, just so you know, a bunghole is actually like where a porthole or something. Like he gave us
a keg, the bottom of a keg, the tap of like a wooden keg. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave us the definition, and Steve was like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed right now. Everybody thinks we're an idiots."
No, they sell shirts. I got a shirt that says I got this at the bunghole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? There's 2 of them. That one right there on Derby Street used to be a speakeasy and a funeral home.
That's what they were telling us. The guy that worked there.
Yes,
so
it's
so
tunnels.
awesome.
This fucking tunnel. Oh, your friends are checking in. This zoomed in on my podcast. I don't know how the fuck I did that. Okay, there we go. I'm getting excited. Someone that knows Salem, I love it. My girl Heather and I really. Oh, there's my girl. One of my clients. She just resigned with me.
There's Kara. Hey, Kara.
Her and Daniel Phillip, my clients for Historically Haunted Booking, just resigned with me for a 2nd year. Appreciate it.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Into the Obscura podcast. Hello, Obscura. She loves you.
Yep.
Of course, Larry's checking in, saying hi to everybody. Let me see. Someone else just said hi too, and I don't know them. Must be a friend of yours, a newcomer. Annie Waters.
Oh, Annie. Yep. I see her at the conventions everywhere.
Awesome, Annie. Please like and follow. If you do, I'll ask you to come on. If Larry knows you, then that's cool with me.
Yep.
Here's a good question I was going to ask you. Jim Brown, Tombstone Paranormal. Are you a descendant of Nathaniel Hawthorne, Jessiy Hawthorne?
Not that I know of. Like, I know I do need. I'm half Thai and I'm half Ukraine. I'm also adopted, so I don't know my bio parents, and I don't care to meet them because they sealed my records, so I have to pay like $200 and get like a court order. So no, screw it. I don't care. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. My mom got me at 8 weeks old, and that's my mom.
That's good for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. That's you seem very positive and upbeat. You never post negative shit, and for someone that's going through shit, not going through shit, but you've overcome some. So good for you, girl. That's fucking dope. Another friend of yours, I imagine. That's all the checking in to support you. That's good, man. And he gives the best hugs. I'll be the judge of that. Heather can hug her too. Look at that little menage a trois. We're not scarred. Let's do it. I love, man. Yes, Betsy Williams is a friend of mine. Betsy and my girl Heather used to go live all the time. Did that just bump you on the nose?
It almost did. It almost did, Larry.
We're trying to pretend it didn't. We're just trying to go past that blooper. It's gonna be on the blooper reel later, but
That's too funny. Yeah,
there's
Salem
another
is
guy from
definitely
Maine donated to my
Salem's.
book. John
What's up?
Gillis.
Oh
People
yeah,
love
no,
you,
you're
man.
right. Sometimes the best family isn't blood, and that's 100% right.
Jessiy is the shit.
Thanks, Annie.
You heard it here first. So, I'm going to ask you some fun questions. We still got more than a half hour to go, so we got plenty of fucking time. But
yeah.
I can see this. Yeah, you're fun to talk to. I can see you fucking. Let me see. Okay, I got one for you. I'm going to put you on the spot. Jessiy, what is your bucket list? Give me one for America and one for other than it. Give me one for Europe and shit.
Like places to go?
Yeah, give me a reason why. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be haunted, but like, give me a couple. New Orleans.
Mount Shasta, actually. Mount Shasta in California. I would love to go there for a spiritual retreat.
That's
Or
a fucking first.
or Sedona, Arizona for the UFO activity. Europe would probably definitely be like the Lep Castle in like Ireland, or Ireland, or the where the Titanic was, Belfast. Those two spots I would love to go to.
All four answers I've never heard on this fucking show. And it's always, well, New Orleans or Florida or Salem or fucking Gettysburg, or which is great, or people say like, Alcatraz, but you're naming some spiritual shit. That's dope. Annie says Romania. Good call.
Yeah, Transylvania.
Tis the season, right?
Right.
So I got to ask you a personal question. You ever been to Maine?
Not yet. Actually, we're hoping to go to Acadia next year.
Go see where the rock pile is, and from Pet Cemetery at the end there.
Oh, believe me, some of your Facebook posts are at like where you go is in like a list of where we're gonna go. So like me, I'm a little too organized sometimes when it comes to traveling. So I have a list of things I want to do, and I literally plan it out. Like Monday at 9:00, we're gonna take this tour, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna do this.
That means you'll take historically haunted tours. I'll give you a deal.
Right, I know. I thought of having you do a tour too.
You got to do it. You can't steal my shit and then not pay me. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, do what you want to do, but I'd love to show you. I know where Creepshow 2 was filmed. I know the ending scene. Thanks for the ride. Where that fucking guy was killed. Thanks for the ride, lady. I know where he drived on her. I know in the end when she was killed in the garage. I know where that is. So I'd love to give you guys a tour. I usually charge decent price, but I've only given literally like 3 tours, and 2 of them have been to Danny Perez and his wife. You know them, the Radicals?
Yeah.
You know them? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
But thinner, thin. Those filming sites are in Maine. Plus other shit. I mean, you follow me. I like your shit. You like mine. Is your old man there? Does he want to say hi? Have him come say hi. Right there.
Yeah, definitely want to go to Maine next year. Like, because we plan to move out that way after both of our moms aren't here anymore. So just don't know which state we're going to move to yet, because I love Massachusetts, but it is pretty expensive. So it just depends. Yep.
Massachusetts.
Yep. So we were looking at like southern part of Maine, because I can't deal with too much cold, so I don't want too far north.
Well, southern Maine can be expensive too. Let me know if you're really serious. I can help you. Like Buxton is cool. There's a place called Berwick. That's where the beginning scene of Jumanji was filmed. That big factory when the kid gets beat up.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've been there. It's in Berwick, Maine, but also it's America's first female author that didn't write romance novels. Sarah Orne Jewett. Okay. She's buried underneath a lavender tree that she bought on purpose, and the house she died in is there. And fucking A, man. I know my state. I'd love to hook you up. And I don't. I was like, don't tell everybody about Maine. I go, only the good people, and you're good.
Yeah, we're looking at like Connecticut, Rhode Island too. We've been to Rhode Island, kind of. It was same with Vermont. It was random last year. So we went to Mount Greylock, and unfortunately it was overcast, so we couldn't see shit. And we're just driving around, and we're like, oh, we got to get gas. So, and oh my God, Adams and North Adams, it is so beautiful over there.
Oh, North Adams is gorgeous.
Yeah. So we stopped to get gas, and I'm like, wait, where are we? And I'm zooming in. I'm like, babe, we're literally 10 minutes till Vermont. You want to check another state off? And he's like, fuck yeah. So we get in the car and we go drive up to Pownell, and we went into like one of the little stores that had everything you could think of. So we went into there, got some souvenirs, and then a couple days later, we were after we were in my brain's not working, by not Fall River, Assonet Ledge. There we go.
Why have I heard that?
Hockomock Swamp. There's the ledge that supposedly puck wedgies throw you off of.
Oh, fucking the cryptos there in the triangle.
Yeah.
Right?
So it was the Bridgewater Triangle vacation last year in October. So
Stop.
we were.
That's my one place I haven't gone. I went to Lizzie Borden.
No, that's where we. Okay, so I'll tell you the puck wedgie story. You want to hear the puck wedgie story?
Oh, please. Yes.
So we were I'm part of a few Bridgewater Triangle groups on Facebook, so they gave me little tips of where to park the car and where to go in at. So we went I think it's like Circuit Road is where we parked Trailhead, and you have to go underneath these gigantic power lines, and then you start going into the Hockomock Swamp. So we're walking and my stomach starts to hurt, and that's usually something is around, something not very nice. And I'm just quiet because I'm like, we're fucking on vacation. Leave me alone. So we're just walking. And then Steve goes, babe, I don't feel so good. I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know. It feels weird. Like, I don't know. I don't feel right. And I'm like, well, I've been feeling like that for about 15 minutes. Do you want to turn around? You want to keep going? He's like, let's keep going, see how far we can get. And he looks at me and he goes, do you have that like EMF thingy with you? And I was like, yes, I have the EMF thingy. Let me get it out of the backpack. So I give it to him and it goes to red. So I'm just like, that's weird. So I grab it and I'm trying to ask questions and nothing's happening. But when he holds it, it went to red. So I'm like, okay, then, well, let's keep going. So we just kept walking for a while and we thought it was a tombstone, found out that it's actually a like a marker of a town. It's just a WB like 1825 or something. So it meant West Bridgewater 1825. So we're like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And so we just
town marker, like an old school.
Yeah. It looked like a tombstone though. So we're like, what the hell?
It's like a ghost town then. Those shouldn't exist. I mean,
yeah. So in the Bridgewater Triangle group, I took a picture and put it in there, and they were like, hey, that's just a town marker from the 1800s. It's not a tombstone. I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know that. So we just kept walking for a little bit, and then Steve and I both were, I'm like, I don't know if I can go any further, because I kept feeling like something was going to run at us from in front or run up from behind us. Like, it was very uncomfortable and like, ugh. And it was kind of drizzling a little bit, and it was like October 30th or the 29th. So the leaves were on the ground and everything. And I was like, all right, I was like, I think we should turn back around. I don't know how much longer I can go. And he's like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, okay. So we start walking back, and then I don't feel him behind me anymore. I'm like, where'd he go? I turn around and he's like 100 feet behind me, looking the opposite way. And I was like, babe, what the fuck are you doing? And he's just standing there, and then he jumps, turns around. He's like, we're fucking going. And I'm like, don't tell me till we get to the car. So we book it back out to the car. And then I was like, okay. We sat in the car for a minute, and I rubbed my feet in black salt. And he's like, give me some of that shit. So he rubbed his feet in black salt. Yep. And he's like, okay, so I think I just had my first full-blown paranormal experience. And I was like, oh yeah, what happened? And he said that on 2 or 3 different occasions he was holding the EMF detector, and he heard something in the leaves next to him move, like something, 2 or 3 footsteps, and it went to red. And I was like, really? And he said, and then when he turned around, he kept feeling like he was being beckoned to go back further into the Hockomock Swamp. Like, he's like, I don't know why. I felt like I had to go back, and I wanted to go further. That's why I stopped and started walking back the other way. And then when you called out for me, he said that he heard something run at him, and then it went to red, and that's when he jumped and turned around. It was like, nope, we're fucking going. And
that's
yeah,
you mentioned earlier where it was his first time. Then like you mentioned earlier, his first time that was at the Bridgewater.
Yeah, and like because he has to like hear it, see and see it. So because the device went off, as well as him hearing something. Fucking Larry.
Yeah, Larry, you're definitely the leprechaun of the group. He's a handsome guy. I'd beckon him too. No, but I mean, for those of you that don't know, there's accusations of people that have felt like enchantresses, like people call them to these woods in the Bridgewater Triangle. Okay, for those who don't know, because I mean, we know it, Jessiy, but maybe some of you don't. John is from Seattle. It's like an area of Massachusetts. I want to say southwest. It's like the top of Fall River, Bridgewater. I think it goes to like Harmony.
Alberton, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit around the air. Like, it's not a perfect triangle, but there's this section that it has so much activity, like every type of activity, Bigfoot,
aliens, ghosts,
UFOs,
cryptids. Phantom truck driver, satanic rituals, rapes, murders. It's fucking hell.
Fall River State Forest, that area. Yep.
It sounds like you're very much, honestly, girl, it sounds like you're very much into the UFO type of shit. You mentioned Grays a lot. Someone mentioned sirens. He said sirens. Yes.
Oh, I would love to see a siren or a mermaid. That's like one of my dreams.
More of a. Oh, I love mer. Oh, dude, you know what's funny? Maybe you know this. The inventor of the remote control, Hamilton's castle in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's a big castle, drawbridge.
Yeah. I haven't been there yet, but
Poison Ivy and Bob Wire, right? And this mermaid scene there. Ben Gloucester's got Dogtown. Fucking Massachusetts has got my heart. It really does.
I know. Well, yeah, us too. Like we went to Gloucester for a whale watch, and we just saw the castle like when the ship was going out to sea and stuff, and we were like, "What the hell is that?" Like, oh, that's so cool. Like
Hammond's
we're even
castle.
friends with the people that run Vamp Fangs. So I talk to him all the time. And like when we got engaged,
I had him up here for a while. When I used to sing in the metal band, I had fangs. Nothing looks greater. You know what I mean? Than fangs. Holy shit! Well, so you know some people. Everybody's checking in. By the way, Jean Tewksbury is a client of mine. She's a cryptozoologist. She chases. She documents like big cats, wild cats in Maine and New England.
Oh, cool.
Used to work for the Cryptozoology Museum in Portland for a long time.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about it. Lauren Calvert, didn't he run that? Coleman. Okay.
Yeah. Jean worked with him for a long, long time, but Jean's on her own now, branched out, doing a lot of shit. And so she's checking in. She's going to be a guest over a couple more weeks. So shout out to Jean. Cool. I love it. I love strong, independent females in the field. I tell you, I trust more females than males. Not to be sexist, but goddamn, guys want the ego. Girls are about helping people and finding answers. There are some guys that do too, but a lot of guys want the cologne and the Zach Bagans look and shit. And it's like, it's not about chicks, bro. Get have a fucking life. Like, go do something else. Go be a DJ at a club or something, you know? So, you plan on writing a book, Jessiy?
Yep. I'm hoping to start in December because it'll be slower. I've actually been talking to Larry about it, and he's already got me somebody that'll publish it for me, Mike Rickzucker. So
it's have to work.
Yeah, exactly. So I just gotta actually start doing it. I got a nice computer that can do it and everything, but like all the stuff that I've been through, it's like I want people to. So the whole reason I started doing this publicly and being public about all the crazy shit I've been through is because everything that I went through when I was younger. So my graduating class for high school was 24 people. So it was a very, very small town. So I had nobody to talk to. Nobody believed me. So like I was suicidal. I was a cutter. Like I went through so much shit on my own. I didn't know there were like conventions of this stuff. You know, I had no idea that there was such a big community for it. So I want to be open about this stuff. So in case there's somebody that might read my book or see one of these interviews and know that, you know, oh, I'm not alone. There are other people. Like, I didn't know I was a psychic. I just felt shit all the time and I didn't know why. Like, I'd pick, like, I don't drink. I haven't drank in over 7 years because I would go to the bar and feel everybody's emotions and then drink more and then wonder why I'm depressed. And then I would drink because I was depressed, and it was a cycle. So not really that I had abilities was, not that fun. But I mean, talking about it seems to be helping a lot, and I'm realizing a lot more than if I didn't talk about it. I think you're frozen, Adam. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think you're frozen. I can't comment or anything. No. Oh no. Uh-oh. I think Adam went bye-bye. Hopefully he can pop back in. And I thought my internet was shitty. Okay. I don't know. I'll just trying to think if I should just like tell a story or talk or something while we're waiting for him to come back. Or if this is even live anymore. I have no idea. Okay. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is I actually died in 2008. When I was my 5th grade physical, they found out that I had scoliosis. So they put a rod in my back when I was 11 years old. And then when I became 18, they put 2 more. So I have 3 rods in my back. In 2008, I just started coughing up blood. Hey,
What the fuck?
so
What's going on?
I'm telling the story about how I died.
No, good. I'm glad you kept going. Most people would have logged off and been like, "Shit, I'm coming back." Thank you for keep going. I don't.
Yeah. So in 2008, I just started coughing up blood, and me being me was just like, oh, it's nothing. And then my friend took me to the ER, and they didn't believe me at first. And then I filled the sink with blood from coughing. I will never forget the looks on the nurses' faces, like literally pale.
What the fuck did it been on? What happened? I'm sorry. Was it a car accident?
I have 3 rods in my back from scoliosis. So in 2008, this is what happened pretty much, how I died.
I'm sorry.
So
I came in, you're like talking about blood. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
That's why I'm like, I'll just start telling a story. So
well, someone said that. I appreciate it, guys.
Yep.
Oh, you're a champ, Jessiy. You can speed it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this. What a train wreck. Okay. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. It's okay. I don't mind. So in 2008 that happened, and they actually airlifted me to Rush because in the small town I'm from, the hospital didn't know what the hell was going on. And they put me in a medically induced coma because they didn't know what was going on. They couldn't I was literally suffocating on my own blood. So they put me in a medically induced coma to have one tube drain the blood out of my lung, another one to breathe for me and everything. And so from what I'm told, because I was, in a coma, I was told this by my mom and by the doctor. So they found out that one of the screws from my first surgery eroded and it punctured my right lung. And they can't take the screw out, so they took out a third of my right lung instead.
Oh,
and
my
then,
God.
Yeah, and then they put mesh around my spine. And during that operation, I died 3 times. So the first 2 times I came back with the paddles, and then the 3rd time they actually called my time of death, but then I came back. And I didn't see a bright light, white light or anything like that. I just know. So my dad died when I was 10, and I saw
your real dad or your adopted dad.
Well, yeah, no, I don't know my bio family. So
okay, you said that. Okay, so
yeah.
you're adopted. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
And I saw his body, which fucked my head up for a while. And then I still feel kind of guilty. I've been dealing with that lately. But so when I died, I felt my dad next to me. Like when someone walks in the room and their energy, like I felt him next to me. He was there. And then I opened my eyes and one of my friends was like right in my face, and he was like, "Oh, she's awake." And then everybody was like running around me, and I had no idea what just conspired for like literally a month. Like, I didn't know anything. The last thing I remembered was being fed a bunch of pills and nurses running around me, and it was after doing karaoke that night, like around St. Patrick's Day. So it was like,
shit.
yeah, so I'm like, what the hell's going on?
What the fuck are the odds of that?
I had no idea. Like, oh, it's April now?
Wow.
Yeah,
So
so
you're
I
in a
had
coma,
no
but you have a
idea.
lapse of time. It wasn't a coma, but just that's not funny. I died once in a car accident for like 30 seconds just in the ambulance and got brought back. But not like that. Like, that's hardcore shit. And I had felt nothing either. No, I didn't meet no relatives. I felt like 5 hours passed. I woke up, they go, there he is. I go, my clothes were ripped off me in the ambulance. I just ordered Little Caesar's pizza. I wake up in an ambulance. Car accident, flipped upside down. I crawled out. I thought they fucking people said, "Oh, you're telling jokes and stuff until you passed out." I go, "What?" I don't remember any of that. So we got something in common. You did it a little bit worse. You've been through a lot of shit, and most people shun away from what you do, though. Most people that have been through between adoption to fucking death experiences, multiple ones, to just living on Indian burial ground. Most people kind of shun away, but you seem to embrace it head on, girl. What just keeps you motivating to help people and help yourself, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
like as soon as I started talking about it publicly, like I said, like all these things started happening. Like I'm being asked to do a podcast or be interviewed. I'm being asked to do events, and like over and over and over again. Hey, I'd love to have you at this event. I'm like, okay, and I just started doing it, and then I literally just got my first speaking opportunity at an event July 18th and 19th next year in Broadhead, Wisconsin, the Paranormal Rockdown. So I'm gonna be doing a speaking event or start speaking and stuff. And everyone's like, oh, what are you gonna talk about? I'm like, pretty much what I've been talking about, all the shit I've been through, and how no matter the shit that you've been through, it can always be better. And it can always get better as well. Like, not realizing all the stuff that I went through, my dad dying when I was 10, and, growing up the way that I did and everything. Like, I never would have thought that I'd be the person that I am today. Like, actually positive.
No, at a young age, you got turned on to the dark side, not by choice. It's not like you're watching Disney movies at 15. You're fucking like battling demons. And I want to tell you too, on camera and off camera, whatever, you ever want to book an agent / promoter, I'd love to give you a deal and cover you for 12 months. I can give you a good deal. I think you deserve it. I'd love to promote you on the East Coast. I have a pretty good track record.
Yeah. As soon as I move out there, I told Steve, I'm like, you're not going to see me. I'm going to be at events like all the time.
I think you would fit right in. Life. John, who's fighting cancer up in Seattle, Washington. Life goes on no matter what it throws you away. You're right, John. Yep. Appreciate you tuning in pretty much every week, you and your wife, Linda. I know what it's like living along my mother's cancer. Yeah. John's a good supporter. We have some good people here on the show that follow religiously and watch after and shit. And I'd love to invite you to the family, like Thomas Patrick Giz and Dustin Grammer and shit, people, fellow authors and stuff. Let's talk some more fun shit. We got plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at my shit, we're late, and I'm like, oh wait, we started at 8, not 7. Fuck, we're good.
I know, yeah, East Coast.
I'm 7 to 1 tomorrow at work, and then I drive 2.5 hours to pick up my old lady, and then I drive another 2 hours to Salem, so I'm there by fucking 8 at the B&B. But I want to meet the Texas Chainsaw Crew, so goddamn it. Anyway, enough about me. It's cool. Conventions are fun. Being a speaker is cool. It's only my 3rd time. They were my first ones last year in Salem. I was a speaker. I got a standing ovation before I left. You know me.
Cool.
Well, it's kind of neat. I'm not trying to brag. It's just fuck it. Like, I'm like you. Like, my mom died. I hit rock bottom. I was homeless after for a little bit because it fucking hit it hard. So I moved up here, northern Maine. I bought some fucking property. Dude, I only paid $250 a month rent. That's fucking cheap. I have a trailer I bought for $15,000. Yeah. And it's lot rent $250 up in here in northern Maine. Christ's sake, it's cheap. I'm not gonna Maine's cheap. Anyway, sorry, it's true, but it's cold. I fucking get it, but goddamn it, Maine's fun. There's shit to do all year round. I'm sorry. If you like history and movies and Stephen King, fucking Maine's your shit. Anyway, by the way, Danny Perez, Stephen King book I got the other day. Count Fangler meets Stephen King. That was cool. Sent me a kid's book. Okay. What's your favorite tunes besides your own shit? What do you do? What's your inspiration for like bands and shit?
Kitty is definitely one of them. That's the whole reason I learned how to play guitar and scream at the same time.
Old girl metal band, guys. Very cool, old school 90s, late 90s metal band.
Oh
Never seen
yeah.
three. Very hot chicks. I would love to see them. Yeah.
They were just in Chicago, and it was the weekend that I had a fucking expo. So I was like, I haven't seen them since like early 2000s. Are you serious? It's like, well, oh well. I'm sure they'll come back because they just released a new CD. So
Morgan and
yeah.
all of them, like the originals and shit, like all of them.
Well, no, because Talina isn't. She passed away, I think, in 2012.
I didn't fucking know
She,
that.
she was the original bassist.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
she
bass
passed
player.
away. And then Fallon,
Oh no.
she left the band a long time ago. So it's Morgan, Mercedes, and Jen. Jen's been with them for a while now, and I don't know the bassist's name yet.
Jen's an OG, I believe, and Mercedes is awesome. I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
So you're from Chicago? I'm a big Bears fan. I got a Bears tattoo.
I noticed that, yeah. Yeah, what's funny is Steve has always loved the Blackhawks, and then we started going out east to Boston, and now he's a big Bruins fan.
Oh, Chris Chelios was the shit, but I've been to a couple of Bruins games, Cam Neely and shit. It's funny, in 86, right? I was born in 79, so 86, I'm 6 or 7. My family's rooting for the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I root for the Bears because I felt bad, and I've been a Bears fan since. So I met Brian Urlacher outside of the Patriots Stadium.
Yep, I met him when I worked at Subway in Bourbonnais.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So, like, where I grew up in, so Bourbonnais, Illinois is where their training camp was
It's
for a
their
while.
training camp, Bourbonnais. Yep. Yeah, it is.
So I worked at a Subway that wasn't far, and like a bunch of the members came in, and my one friend who's big into football, he like ran outside and grabbed his Bears hat and had all of them sign it and shit.
All right, not to be gay, but look. Yeah, I love the Bears.
My brother and my stepdad would love you.
The Bears. I fucking do. I mean, oh yeah, I used that's my fucking shit. One of my other clients from Connecticut, Samaya, she's an enchantress. She's a voodoo type chick, kind of into the dark arts, but she makes candles. She does. That's her black salt. I have Samaya. I think you get along with her.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get along with her. Joe West says hello. Must be a friend of yours, I imagine.
Possibly. I know so many. I've met so many people this past year. Like, it's crazy.
Good. I think that's great. You need to be known. I'd love to sign you. I think you need to be known. We got a good 25 minutes, half hour to go. Let's talk food. What do you do like before an investigation, before an event, maybe after a concert? What's your celebratory thing? Wings, pizza, seafood?
Well, my favorite food is fucking lobster rolls.
You're a new girl. God damn it. Get over here. What the fuck are you doing?
whenever we're out there, my fucking dinner is more expensive than Steve's. So like I'm very, very, very low maintenance, but when it comes to food, seafood is my shit. And actually Steve has he's never even had seafood much. And when we did a sunset cruise in Boston last year, and I really wanted to go to Legal. So we stopped at Legal, and I got I was always getting clam chowder and all the seafood, and he was just like, oh, that's gross, but he's like, all right, let me try it. So he took a sip of the clam chowder. He looked at me, looked back down at it, and then he's like, what the fuck, this is good.
Fucking gross my ass, motherfucker. Yeah. My girl had the chicken in. Lousy. Get over here. God damn it. You guys need
I know. I think so we went to I don't know if it's Wachusett or Wachusett Mountain or whatever, in Worcester. It's kind of by Leominster and Worcester, like in the middle. So we went on that mountain one day, and I think I was a native in a past life in that area because we were walking up the mountain and stuff, and just I don't know what happened. I like zoned out, and according to Steve, I just started humming and like hopping down this crazy rocky path like I've done it a million times. He's like, yeah, I just started humming and just like hopped down the path, even though it was, you look to the right and you're gonna fucking fall like miles down. Like it was not an easy path, but I guess my ass acted like I knew it. And he's like, yeah, it was weird because I was just like, I came to and I'm like, what? Where'd I go? I'm like, babe, where are you? And he goes, I'm up here. Why the fuck did you go down there? I'm like, wait, I don't know. So I
out of body almost like sometimes.
Yeah.
I've
always felt that I've had native blood in me. I mean, it doesn't help that I grew up on a burial ground, But
you look Cherokee. No offense, it's a good thing. It's
no,
not bad.
no, I'd rather that than some other things that people have said, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want people to think I'm a bad person.
but I mean, are you Cherokee or Aztec or anything like?
I mean, technically, I'm half Thai, so
you don't really know though, do you? Because your parents.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do one of those DNA tests. I'm not giving the government my DNA.
You're a fucking alien. You're related to ET. I knew it.
Right.
You know what's kind of neat, and you know what's funny, and I'm not going to try to make you and Steve come to New England, even though I definitely want to, because I feel like you and I and Heather and us Fork and Bond as like an adult couple. We don't have a lot of friends. People think we're weird up here. I don't know why. But anyway, New Hampshire is Betty and Barney Hill. The first American
did not get a chance to go there. That's on my next on my list for next time.
There's a gas station mural down the road. Oh, you gotta go, Jessiy. Yeah.
We actually went to oh my god, it's like the something moose. It's right outside of Salem, New Hampshire, because we went to America's Stonehenge.
America's Stonehenge. Oh my fucking god, the sacrifice slab. Yes.
Yeah,
something
that place
moose.
was cool.
Is that a town?
No, it's like a record store, something moose.
Oh, Bull Moose.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Is where I get all my records, my vinyls and shit.
Oh wow, that's funny.
What do you like for metal? Do you like underground shit?
What's up?
Like, what do you like? Do you like sludge metal? I got Slipknot records and White Zombie, but I got Acid Witch. I got Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats.
Oh my god, I know Uncle Acid. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love Uncle Acid. I saw them. They opened up for Megadeth.
Oh, that's awesome.
Uncle Acid, baby.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
And then I got
nice
Mindbender there with fucking Wasteland. I love Uncle. It's so drudgy and stoner, and it's like fucking dope. Oh, that's cool. You like that shit? Oh, another buddy.
Oh, hey, Alicia. I gave her Reiki at the last expo.
Awesome. So you know firsthand of one of Jessie's many talents. Let's talk about your little bit of your psychic mediumship that you're kind of growing into. You kind of get the handle of something you can handle. You think you're trying to you just get the
I'm trying to like grow it. I mean, I just know shit. There's so many times I just know stuff all the time. One of the most amazing experiences that I've had actually was just down the road from my house. So Steve and I like to go for night walks. And there was this one area where it was more parkish, not suburban. And I always felt like we were being followed and watched, but not in a bad way. Like I felt somebody was so excited to see us. Like that's what it was like. Oh my God, like really happy, excited. And I don't know where the feeling came from. And one day we were over there and I was like, let me just think real quick here. And because usually I would push anything like that away, because whenever I would open it up, I ended up with really bad attachments to where I threatened people, and it not cool. So
not going down that door.
I closed that door a lot. So I was like, let me open up a little bit, because I was talking to some friends, and Chris Fleming and Sam Baltrusis and Chip Coffey, like watching their stuff kind of, gave me a good idea of what to do. So I opened up and I saw this like 12 or 13-year-old with like short black hair in like a light blue whitish dress with kind of like a collar right here.
Oh.
And I got Mary, or first M, and I'm like, Mary? And like I felt like the feeling was correct. Like it was like, yep. So whenever we would go over there, I would say hi to her. And that's why I felt the excitement, because I was a light bulb. I could see her, in my mind's eye, and notice her. So she got excited when we were around. So that's why I felt that. And this one day, I was getting a cranial sacral therapy, which I can't describe that, but it's kind of like Reiki in a way. And the woman, I didn't tell her shit about me. She's like, so I feel that like you have connected with a young female spirit recently. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, kinda, I didn't want to like lead her into anything. And she goes, okay, so they're telling me that if you want to release her, you leave like a gift, like a toy or a piece of candy. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. I was just like, okay, I'll do that. So I grabbed a piece of saltwater taffy on our next walk, and I put it on the ground, and I was like, hey, Mary, just this is for you. I hope you can be happy and move on. And all of my hair just stood up. And I looked at Steve. I'm like, babe, look. And he's like, holy shit. It was in the summer, so no reason to be cold. And then I just started crying, like tearing up, because it felt like she was just so happy to be recognized. And then I felt her leave. And every time where I don't feel that anymore. So like that was probably the most profound experience I've had so far.
That's
since
wild.
like opening up. Like just thinking about it, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Oh, me too. That's fucking wild.
Crazy.
I mean, people obviously are faking this field. Obviously, they're faking anything in life, and they'll say anything to get attention, a little bit of money. But to really like to go through the details and be like, okay, that sounds pretty fucking wild, man. Like, I mean,
yeah.
That's legit.
The most recent thing I did was actually last week with Larry and my friend Jay, JD Hill. He actually is the first person to interview me. He gave me the opportunity last year in like November, and I was like, okay. And he said he felt like he had to do that. And then we talked and everything and found out he's a psychic and we have a lot in common. And I was like, oh, wow. And then
Studio 6?
Yes, Studio 6.
Oh fuck, dude, that was one of my. I was one of his. Like, dude, that I mean, before I was even known, that was like my third podcast ever. I was a nobody. I went on a show. He's coming on my show in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah,
I think I saw that. Yeah,
Jay Hill. I've been on his show a bunch of times. He's from the Wisconsin. There, he does the lake.
Yeah, up by Lake Geneva.
Right? Yeah. Holy fuck, what a small world, Jessiy.
Right?
I almost fucking. We're practically related, for God's sake.
So yeah, it was me, Jay, Larry, and then Dave Schrader's daughter Jen.
What a fucking team! Wow.
Yeah, so we were up in Fox River Grove, and I asked Jay, I'm like, hey, so if I get anything, do you mind if I bring it up? He goes, yeah, exercise your gifts, let's go. And I'm like, okay. So we're walking to this church area, and I literally hear like horse hooves in my head, like horse hooves on like pavement. And I went to turn around to tell Jay, and he's like, I'm hearing horse hooves right now. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, dude, I was just about to tell you that.
Wow, that's verification though. That's what you don't want.
We both validated each other.
Yeah, that's dope. Where the fuck is it? I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not familiar with. Is this Wisconsin?
No, it's Illinois. It's called Fox River Grove. It's kind of northwest of Schaumburg, Illinois. So we're in the I'm in the northwest suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
So I'm about half hour, 45 minutes from Chicago northwest.
It's like Decatur or whatever it's called.
Decatur.
The Bears used to play.
Oh, Decatur?
Decatur. Is that how it's pronounced? I'm sorry. Shit, I'm a fucking Mainer, man.
I called a Leominster Leominster, so I mean.
Okay. Touché. What do you call? Hey, what do you call where Stephen King's from? With a B, the B word.
It's not Bangor.
Oh, you said it right. People always go Bangor. I go Bangor. No, it's Bangor. Yeah, Bangor, Derry. Okay. I want to get back to that because I really want to find out what you know about my state. I'm really curious. What do you know about Maine as far as like hauntings go? Is there any like big case you've heard about?
No, not too much. I don't know much historically about Maine, unfortunately. I just
okay.
Like I'm researching the area a little bit more. Like, so Maine and Connecticut are the two places we want to go next.
Okay.
So I do know a little bit about Connecticut, like the first witch trials kind of down that way. I know about that.
Yeah, the water dunking in the river.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So I know about that, and then the main
melon heads, Dudleyville and shit. Yeah. The big bulbous heads guy. See, you're into cryptids and aliens too. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
so
I mean, that's what was
cut you off. I got ADHD, so I'm hyper.
You're good. Acadia National Park. I just happened to find that one day looking through a book, and I was showing Steve, and we were both like, oh my God, this would be amazing. And then I found out it's like a dark sky park as well. So you can see the Milky Way. So me being into the ET shit, I'm like, oh, I want to do a CE5 there. That would be awesome.
It's the first place the sun rises in America too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that would be
Like,
so
yeah, it's like
cool.
5:05 a.m. or certain months. But yeah, if you go to Mount K, people go there, like hundreds of people take pictures.
Yeah.
But if you go and want to take the tour, guess what? No one does tours where I can take you. I can take you to where Pet Cemetery was built. Remember
Mhm.
those two rocks? Remember the dirt,
Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
wood pile in the middle is gone, but the rocks are there. That's in Ellsworth. The steps that Pascal got brought up when his brain is sticking out of his head. That's in
Yeah.
Ellsworth.
Wow.
I know all that shit. The Hancock House where Donnie hit the kid, and then all that shit's right out that Storm of the Century. Bun and
Yeah.
Sin, come on in. That big house and the four, it's all out there, Southwest Harbor. So let me know, girl. I'd love to
Interesting.
be you guys' tour guide, bring you out there, fucking
Yeah,
smoking
that'd be
joints with
fun.
Steve, and spend the day. I'll give you a great deal. And I mean, also let you do your own thing, but that's quite far. You know that, right? That's like fucking.
It's like 4 or 5 hours into Maine, I think. Yep.
Oh, easy,
Yeah.
gotta be. Oh yeah.
Because like Steve really wants to go over to Nova Scotia to where the Titanic Memorial Cemetery
It's
is.
right there. Yeah.
But we
In
need
fact,
to get
the
our
new bridge-
passports first, though, because we don't have passports.
Oh, you need that now since 9/11. That's right. Fuck.
Yeah, so we got to get our passports before doing that. But that's like one thing that he really wants to do. And I was like, well, how far is Acadia from like, from Salem? I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Dude, Maine, if you look at the New England, Maine itself is as big as all of New England put together without Maine.
Yeah, I
You know what
noticed
mean?
that. And it's
like
all like wooded area and stuff too.
a lot of fucking moose, but there's a lot of cool shit. I tell you, being up here, there's some shit. I think you guys would be great to see that stuff. There's a lot of cool Stephen King.
I see Alicia. Yeah. I have a CE5 group that I do actually. So I've been running a CE5 group since like 2021.
Thank you, Alicia.
And yeah, I have a little spot out in Moni that we go to. We only had 2 this year because like I had got crazy busy. But yeah, I do CE5s all the time. I have a video actually of a UFO that we caught with my camera. But yes, I am also the ET person. Anybody that I know that wants to know about ET stuff, they contact me. So yeah, I know a lot about that type of stuff as well.
Good. Well, that's good. It sounds like you're very educated. My girlfriend Heather says we are really fun folk. We are. We're very simple. We like smoking weed. Her kids are growing up. We got no cats or dogs. We just live alone in the foothills of Maine. So you guys ever come up? I'm not going to try to beat the dead horse. I say this to a lot of my guests. No one ever takes me up on it, except for the Prezes. But you ever come up to northern Maine? I don't want to bug you, take your time away from you and your man, but you want to spend a couple hours seeing some shit?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to hang out with you guys.
It's like I made friends in Massachusetts from the Bridgewater Triangle group and shit. So like I'm already making friends before we fucking move out there.
Well, look at you though. Well, the thing is, you're easy peasy. You're not cocky. You're not arrogant. You're fun. You're not super shy. But at the same time, you're very educational, very fucking well spoken. We're into an hour. You mind if we go another 15, 20 minutes, half hour?
No, go for it. I'm all for it. Yeah.
I always tell people 60 minutes plus or minus because sometimes I'm like, all right, time to go. Have a good night. But we're having fun. I gotta lie. You're one of my faves here. We're doing good. Pound that shit. Let me sing some fun ones real quick. What haven't I asked you? Oh, okay. Give me some of your faves. What are some of your favorite places you've been? Obviously Salem.
Obviously Salem. So a little in the middle of nowhere gem that So Weird Massachusetts. I have that book by Jeff Belanger, which I got to meet him a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "This is out of print. How do you have this?"
Nice.
He's so funny. But that book actually led me to quite a few places. Tannery Falls, which is in between Leominster and Mount Greylock. It's kind of in the middle.
What's it known for? I can't think of that.
It's just a beautiful waterfall in the middle of nowhere. So that's just a little random place that I love. The whatchamacallit, the America's Stonehenge is one of my favorite places I've been so far. That place is just, I love ancient civilization shit too. So
the Oracle's chamber underneath the second.
Yeah. It was so cool. So that place is definitely up there with favorite places I've been, obviously in Salem.
You and I walked the same path, girl. A lot of fucking places, girl.
And then obviously
the lighthouse itself is a fucking
Triangle.
walk. Wow. Keep going. I love it.
P-Town's fun. That place is Provincetown.
Rhode Island?
No, the tippy tip of the arm of Massachusetts.
Oh, isn't that where Jaws was filmed?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, I
And
haven't
then
been there yet. And Belushi's buried
American
there, I
Horror
think.
Story
Yeah.
filmed some stuff out that way. Holy shit, if you're a psychic, that place is so fucked. Oh my god.
Pirates, I heard
oh,
too, back in the day. USOs, unidentified submerging objects. They come up with a triangle. Bermuda Triangle, the first triangle. You know all that shit. I ain't telling you nothing you don't know. Okay, I got a question for you. I want to get another fun one. A fun one. I got one. My ADHD kicked in. What's your favorite cryptid besides Bigfoot?
I would love to see a mermaid or a siren.
You said that earlier.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by those. The first one that I got into was the Loch Ness Monster. So, and then, learned a little bit more. I've never had a Bigfoot. Well, nowadays, after doing all the research, I'm kind of leaning towards there might have been one in the woods around my house because the 10-foot tall shadow figure with red eyes that would throw rocks at you, that's one of the Bigfoot criteria. And then walking around in the woods and always feeling like needles on the back of my neck, like I was being watched like the whole time. Like it was crazy. And we actually caught a picture of like a vortex or a portal in the woods as well. It was like this blue archway and you could like see a being or like something bipedal in it because we were just taking random pictures of the woods with the camera that I had. So I mean, it might have been a Bigfoot. I don't know. One of the most crisp memories that I have that's also terrifying. So my first fiance Bobby and I were driving to the house from my stepdad's house, which whatever was at our house followed us to his house because the toilet kept flushing, the faucets were going on and off. So we were like, all right, fuck this, we're going home, and we leave. And we're driving back home, and then he slams on the brakes of his car, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And then he like creeped forward a little bit, and we both look out, the passenger window into the woods of my house. There was this 8 to 9 foot tall black being that turned its head and looked at us, and its eyes were like a bluish white. So he slammed on the gas. And I found out that when he was driving up to the house, he saw just like something in the road, like something black cross the street. So that's why he was like, "What was that?" And he drove up, and then we looked and we saw this thing turn its head and look at us. So I don't know. That was
fucking 8 feet tall. Come on.
Yeah, it was freaking crazy. And then like so I'm actually going to be in a book. I got interviewed for a book about the correlation between paranormal and trauma. My two friends, Jackie and Bill Kuslos, they have Bridging the Tragedy. It's like a Mothman one. So they interviewed me for their new book, and like I asked Bobby, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in a book. Are you okay if I use your name, or do you want me to call you Tom or something?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's fine." I'm like, "Okay." So I was telling him about some of the stuff I talked about, and then he gave me this like laundry list of shit that I forgot about, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I forgot about that, and I forgot about that." Yeah, so there's like, that's why I want to write a book, because I have so much stuff. Like, I think we've only done 2% of my paranormal experiences tonight.
I was saying, dude, well, bro, we can write a book about what this podcast is for. I'm not saying any of my other guests are boring because we have fun, but there's so many more things I know we can do deeper on. But I want to try to get all into an hour and a half.
Yeah,
it started late. But boy, I need it. Would you come back on as a guest or co-host, even?
Oh God, yeah, I'd love to come back. I love doing this. It's so fun.
I want to talk about signing you. I'm serious about that. I'm not to push you, but I would love to. It's only, honestly, it's a $10 a month for 12 months. Do the math, but I could give you even a better deal than that if I had to for the first, introductory rate for the first year. But I'd love to sponsor you and advertise. And it's a middleman. I do people, like I got Donnie Green, the guy from Pet Cemetery, his show in Bangor last 2 weeks ago. So I try to do that shit. It's fun. It seems to be working out. But you're well-rounded because you're kind of like you said, your first experience was an alien. Mm-hmm. Then you lived growing up on an Indian burial ground, which is like ghosts and demons and shit. Yeah. Now you're talking about monsters. So Is there anything off the table? You kind of you just like open to everything, I guess. And be honest, you're not a sucker. You're willing to test shit out, but you're open to it.
Yeah, I've been reading about this stuff since I was a kid. Like, yeah, I didn't know what any of this was. I'm just like, oh, hauntings of whatever, read that book, and then cryptid book or fairy books. Like, I've read so many books, and I've watched like a lot of the shows and stuff too. So I like to know more. The more I know about the paranormal, it's my passion. So like, it's not just fun. It's a passion.
You're not a weekend warrior. You're not let's get some gummies, order a pizza, and go to a haunted house and Instagram it. You're very much, you live it. You live it to help yourself and to help people. I see that. You're very much, but you also do the movie thing, which is what really I dug into it. I'm not knocking anything else you do, but I love that you guys looking for like famous locations, historic locations, murder sites, whatever. Have you guys been to H.H. Holmes' house in New Hampshire yet?
No, actually. I heard about it though.
Yomington. I was there, right? Yeah. I was there. I got a video on my YouTube channel like 4 years ago. And the girl's like, "You here to see HH?" I go, "Yep." She was doing bricks from the walkway. She goes, "Here's an original brick." And I got a piece of Palo Santo on it.
Oh, wow.
But that's from his house in Yomington. I got a little flyer underneath it. I got a little collection of things here. Check it out. I got my holy water, but I got my different shit. I got my bolt. Yeah, I got my rock from Stephen King's house in Bangor. I got my different shit. I'm a collector. It's not satanic or like haunted, but it's memorabilia. I like to collect that. You collect that shit when you go to movie places? We take pictures, but do you collect?
I do. We take pictures and stuff. Like we did the Hocus Pocus shit, like the Ocean Avenue house, and then Marblehead
Cemetery. The top that blew up in the movie. Yeah, It's beautiful though by the ocean, ain't it?
Yeah, we had no idea. Like we're like, holy shit, it's on the ocean.
Well, that's another thing too, is and I'm sure people that watching me know Salem was witches. I get it. But it's also fucking pirates, real life pirates, right? Mm-hmm. Mermaid sightings, siren sightings. I believe in that. I have my whole bathroom's mermaid. I love that shit. The Lighthouse. You ever seen the movie The Lighthouse?
Yeah.
That was about a main lighthouse.
Yeah, I know. Steve was saying he wants to do like I think not Essex. It's the East something coastal highway where it stops at all these lighthouses along the East Coast and shit. He was talking about doing that one of the next times that we're out there. Because I gotta tell you this. So the Cape Cod potato chips. We went to that lighthouse and only. Well, that place, it's really pretty over there, but
with the little red stripe.
Yeah, Steve had to get a picture of himself eating the potato chips with the bag shown with the lighthouse in the background.
Oh, fucking send me that later. Please send me that at some point.
Oh my God.
That's not in Maine?
No, that's
Cape Cod, right?
Nantasket or Nan something beach in Massachusetts, kind of
Nantucket.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wings, the show Wings, Nantucket was the island, right? Remember Wings with the brothers? You ever seen that show, Wings with the airplane guys? No. My mom watched this in an 80s show with the airplane guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. No shit.
I'll send you that picture. It's hilarious.
Oh, please do. That might be my profile picture. Hopefully he'll love it. I said my friend, you like Steve's just like, who is this guy to send me a friend? Right. Like, how the fuck are we not friends yet, Steve?
No, you are. You just added him, actually.
Well, yes, we are now. Yes, we are now. I know he's a quiet guy. A lot of my guests.
He's like, you're the only mutual. Who's this? I'm like, that's Adam. He's the guy I've been talking about that lives up in Maine. He does the movie stuff that I find out about and everything. He's like, oh, okay.
I want to bring you guys to where Al Brady was shot. Al Brady was shot and killed by J. Edgar Hoover in the FBI in 1937. After Dillinger and Bonnie and Clyde died, Al Brady was America's most wanted from Indianapolis. Came to Maine and he bought Tommy guns. He got shot in Bangor. There's a brick there. It says Al Brady was shot by the FBI in 1937. He's buried in Bangor, where Stephen King played the Reverend in that cemetery. Wow. And right next to where he played the Reverend is a grave that says Georgie with a lamb on it. Where you get the Georgie. Back of that is fucking Carrie. Okay, you can't make this shit up.
Oh my God.
I will bring you. And Hannibal Hamlin's buried there, America's first Republican vice president. He died in Bangor underneath Abraham Lincoln. So you guys come to Maine. I'm going to bring you 15 minutes to go. I usually ask my guests to ask me a question towards the end. You got a question for me? Play host for a minute. Take it easy on me.
Have you ever had a moment of paranormal activity where you shit your pants?
Ooh, look at you coming right out of the gates with a fucking hard-hitting one. Fucking A. This is Trump versus Carmella. Here we go. Or whatever the fuck her name is. Okay, check it out.
I enjoy hearing other people's stories.
I've been close. I'm going to tell you my first one was at age of 1988. I was 9. It was my grandfather, my mom's dad. He died, and a week later, he went me to the fridge and got me milk. I felt at peace, though. But that was my first experience at 9 years old. My dad's father died in front of me at 14. That was rough because he actually shit his pants. Because people die. It's not just it's fucking ice. It's vomit, ice puking, eyes flattering, shit puking. It's pretty nasty. He died at the same hospital Stephen King went to when he got hit by the truck. St. Germain Medical Center in Lewiston, where the mass shooting was. It's also on property where we used to hang people back in the 1600s, I guess, or 17. So but as far as shitting my pants go, I started to beat around the bush. I'm a talker. I did stay at Lizzie Borden's all night, and it's when what's her name? I'm sorry, I'm buzzed. The girl that passed away that owned it.
Lori, I think.
Thank you. Yeah. She goes, everybody else canceled, so you're all alone.
Oh my God. That's
$200 for the murder room, and we get the whole house for $200. That's $1,000 package, right?
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
So that's the first time since I was 17 where I pulled a fucking all-nighter. This is like 9-10 years ago, right before my mom died, right? It's like 6 years ago, probably. 18, whatever. And there was some shit, man. The couch, the chandelier rattling, the basement, as you call it, the third floor. Let's talk about that real quick. Where the kids were, where the maid was. Dowsing rods are going off. I didn't feel well. I had to stay up because I didn't want to sleep. Is that count as shitting your pants? I didn't.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're like really, really uncomfortable and you're like, "What the fuck?"
How was your time at Lizzie's? We talked about that pre-show. Let's talk about
that. We just did like the little tour. So I mean, it was definitely cool being there. Like, I mean, Steve and I have pictures of us in front of like all this stuff from New England, and we're in front of Lizbeth, her grave, and the Bordens, the Bordens gravestone, just like smiling and shit. But yeah, the third floor, as soon as we got up there, I felt like somebody just like spun me around like a top, and I had to like sit. I was like, I do not feel good. And Steve's like, I'm actually kind of dizzy. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So we both had to sit down while the tour lady was going around. I don't know who the tour lady was, but she was a bitch. Like, she
really,
because I knew stuff, but like that it seems like she wanted to be talking to people that didn't know shit. And so I would kind of bring stuff up before she would bring it up. And there was towards the end, she was saying how Lizzie got a mansion. I was like, oh, Maplecroft, and she got like pissy with me. And then when we were getting t-shirts and stuff, she was like, I can go to Maplecroft whenever I want. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, okay. And Steve and I, we did go there. You can't go in it, especially now because it's privately owned. But yeah, we went there, took pictures of it and everything. But I was just
etching the steps up front. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I was even telling Steve, I'm like, yeah, that room back there, that's probably actually where Elizabeth died. And, there's this and this there. Cause like, Kindred Spirits was able to go in there and do a ghost hunt.
Your shit. You retain this shit, girl. See, that's just funny. Tour guides hate people like you and me that know our shit because they want to school us. But you know your shit, girl. That's the difference. That's why she was pissy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're back. Fucking
Are you
Wi-Fi,
back?
bro. Yeah, we're back. Fucking
Looks like your connection went out again.
I know. I live in the
there
fucking...
we go.
I live in the fucking Appanagi Trails of Maine, for Christ's sake. Fucking squirrels. What I was saying was, before I got rudely interrupted, is your shit. Tour guides hate that. They want to school you. And you're like, oh, I know what this is. Like, oh, fuck. Well, I got paid to say that.
Yep.
I did it at the Fall
Oh.
River Historical Society. We took a
Oh
tour.
shit! Donnie said that they got to investigate Maplecroft a few times. That's cool as hell. Oh my god, I would love to.
Danny, I'm going to see
Obviously,
you.
you can't now.
Danny, I brought your book on earlier. I'll see you tomorrow. I got a B&B with Danny and Mike. Danny and Thomas, Patrick Gormley, my girl Heather, and Lauren in Ipswich, where they shot Hubie Halloween at the end. Remember the dancing in the barn? That's in Ipswich. It's the only place I haven't gone yet. That's going to hit that this weekend. I'm excited to speak again. I'd love to do an event with you, Jessiy. We gotta get together and do an event. I gotta meet you.
Well, we're planning on coming out that way next year. I'm not sure if it's going to be August or September. It kind of depends on what we want to do. Like, if we want to go to Acadia, it's probably going to be September-ish, so it's a little bit cooler and not 90 degrees.
And less people, less Canadians.
Yeah.
I want to get a convention together for my clients, whether you're one or not. But if I do get a convention, either way, I'd love you to be a part of it.
Yeah,
it's going to be mid-September, so I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And like I said,
the main convention. Like, I was really considering vending that, and I'm just like, but do I want to commit to that date? Because what if we don't have the money to go out there for that? So I'm just like,
okay.
Don't know what
to do. Once it's my client, I can get you a good deal on that. Okay. If you want to, but it's a long way away. I'll keep you posted. Just keep me in contact. Let me know around
July. Yeah.
10 minutes to go. Let's get professional. Where can people find you if they want to hire you, if they want to talk to you, find out your old shit? You have a YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram? Go.
I mainly do Facebook, Jessiy Hawthorne, like how it's spelled. It's a public one, so you can like message me and stuff. So that's like the main thing that I'm doing. I don't have a website just yet. And then my email for my business, I guess you could call it. So like I had you send it to it. totallytumbledcrystals@gmail.com. So that's like the email that I try to use for this type of stuff. So it doesn't get filled with bullshit. And then I lose stuff, like, oh, there's all these ads and all this crap. Wait, where's the podcast link?
That's fair enough. Life is hectic. I get it. But that's good. It's going to be on YouTube forever. I got it in the archives of my YouTube channel, Historically Haunted. So I just want people to know the way they look at it in a couple of months. They'll go, oh, can I still find her? And of course, upgrade it. Follow her name on Facebook. And maybe by then she'll be part of Historically Haunted Booking LLC. You guys can look for there and find. I'll be sharing her shit up the wazoo if she joins. And if not, either way, I'll probably she'll steer some shit because she's a friend and I respect her. We got 8 minutes to go. Anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. It's like there's just like so much like stuff that
we're gonna have you back on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have you back on as a co-host or a guest. Let me see. Okay, I got a fun one for you.
Okay.
What do you see yourself doing this time next year? More conventions, obviously finishing a book.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hopefully, finishing up my book. Obviously Spooktober, so I'll probably I'm hoping to speak at a couple more events aside from the one that I'm doing. Definitely going to be busy. Like, I don't have a free weekend until like the third weekend in November.
No shit. And then by then it's almost Thanksgiving and then Christmas.
Pretty much. And then my birthday's December 2nd. Actually, I just got Steve Steve loves the Smashing Pumpkins, so I got us tickets to see them December 12th, and then Friday the 13th. I didn't know there was one until today. In December, we have tickets to the Tinker Swiss Cottage in Rockford. So that's my birthday present to myself. So I cannot wait to bring him there. So it's a very cool, it's unique, but it's fucking haunted. Like, I've heard direct voice phenomenon. They like to play with the EMF detectors. We get EVPs and stuff. So I can't wait for him to go there for the first time, because I've been there twice. And yeah, it was one of the direct voice phenomenon is more, and I saw a shadow figure. So like the stuff that's there, and it's playful and it's fun. It's not like, get the fuck out of my house. Like they want you there and they like to play with you. So I want you to experience that. So I can't wait for that in December. It's going to be so
I like when they play back. That's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's kind of
a lot of fun.
Someone wanted to know, Alicia wanted to know if you'd be at the Spirits and the Paranormal again. She'd love to see you.
If that's Nick's event, I don't know yet if I'm doing Nick's event. I've thought about it because I only have so much time off for work, and the ones that are in Wisconsin, I have to take that Friday off to set up and everything. So I'm booked already for the 18th and 19th for in July, and I think there's something in June I'm already booked for, and May. May 9th, 10th, and 11th is the Cryptid Con up in Appleton, Wisconsin. So I'm vending at that one. So Friday's a Bigfoot hunt, and then Saturday's the expo, and then Sunday's like ghost stuff. So I'm excited
You're
for
a
that.
busy girl all over the fucking place. That's
I
killer.
know.
I know that's good though. Idle hands, right? I mean, fucking hey. I mean, people do shit in their own spare time, and I'm like you. If you're not doing an event, you're researching, right? You're looking into things. You just kind of you live this stuff. You're not a weekend
Yep.
warrior. This is your life, Jessiy.
Yeah,
right?
it's my passion. I can't wait to just be able to do this full time and not have a goddamn desk job.
That's why I want to keep doing my tours. I want to get a van and I want to just do tours of Stephen King sites.
Right. Oh, that would be so fun. Dude, when I move out there, I would totally do like a tour thing with you. Like, we'll round up people and we'll talk to them and everything.
Dress up.
Yeah.
Have Steve dress up like Pennywise and hand out red balloons and shit. Give you guys a cut. You can so many ways. Why no one else is really doing? Why not fucking? We only live YOLO, right? Isn't that a song?
Yeah.
So, speaking of King, my fucking man, the one my man crush. I don't give a fuck who knows. I'm straight, but I love King. Give me your favorite book / movie on him. Your personal one.
It's been a minute.
Alicia loves me. But yeah, give me your favorite book and or movie or both, one of each.
Yeah, The Shining's probably Steve's obsessed with The Shining. But
my first movie I saw, I was 8 years old, was The Shining.
Yeah, check this shit out. So we stayed at in Waltham at a Hyatt house. The first room we got was not the room that I booked, so I bitched about it. And then we got the room that I booked, which was like a full kitchen and stuff. And I think it was 217 was the room, I believe. And I think that's the room in The Shining. Yeah, Steve had a shit fit. He's like, "Are we really in this room?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "It's from The Shining, babe. We're in The Shining."
217.
Yeah. He was like so ecstatic about it.
You guys are fucking geeks. I love it. That's what I am. People do Pokemon Go. I'm like, real life Go. There's murder sites. There's movie sites. There's mermaid scenes. Right? There's UFO sites, right? I mean, life is pretty fucking wild. And New England's got it. I'm not trying to brag. And of course, where you were was pretty cool. But New England's got some crazy shit. Give me your favorite book. You read anything of King's?
Oh God, I have. It's been a long time. I was at the
Dreamcatcher.
Yes.
The movie's okay. The movie's a little kooky, but the book is pretty
the movie good. Actually, I saw that first, so I'm like, okay, I have to read the book now.
He likes the guy's dick when he's taking a piss.
Yeah, definitely interesting, but I loved it. Duddits.
So dumb. Love it. Fucking love it.
Duddits.
Duddits. So yeah, well, that's cool. That's fucking cool. A couple more minutes to go, man. We can go a little bit over, honestly. They'll leave me a little bit of time. Let me think. So what is the next up for you? Do you have any events coming up? Any more podcasts? Any meet and greets? Anything?
Yeah, so this coming Monday, I'm going to be on Red Road Paranormal. My friend, everybody calls him Rez, and my friend Christina Bloom. They have a podcast. I'm going to be technically I think it's pre-recorded. So I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, but I'm getting interviewed on Monday. And then the 26th, I will be at the Roth House in Watseka, Illinois, which is the first documented possession case. Ooh. So the first possession case that was ever documented was at the Roth House. So there's like, there's going to be vendors and stuff. So it's an expo. And then there's going to be a seance at like 7 to where, so my friend, Danette, she's going to be, the medium for that. So she's doing that. Dave Schrader was supposed to be there, but because of Chris Fleming's, cancer, he's taking over his Ireland tour. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And Larry's the one that actually told me about it. One day he's like, "Hey, keep October 26th open." And I'm like, "Okay." So I did. And then he told me, "Oh, yeah, nice."
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. You get a pretty good will. You got a pretty good spirit. We got a minute to go. I just want to thank you so much for being my guest. I got to get you back on. Maybe even have you as a special guest co-host. You know your shit, and I really dig you. If I got Larry on, be my co-host a couple weeks.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Did you do it? Yeah,
I said that'd be fun and funny. I'd love it.
Let's do it. Why not? I haven't talked to Larry yet. I got openings after Thanksgiving. It might be till December. I got a buzz, sorry. But maybe the first couple weeks in December. But I'd love to get you on. If you want, us three can talk. We'll have a little fucking us three. Even get your old man on, Steve, if he wants to shoot the shit.
I would love him too, but he's like, fuck no, babe.
Honestly, some people aren't cool with it, and I get it. They're shy. How about if I get Kara on? We have a four-way. Get it? And we'll get Kara on. That'd be fun. Sheila's always down to talk.
Yeah, no, I love Kara.
But long story short, yes, we got to go. But yes, we love you, man. You're great. Thank you so much. Oh, Alicia, you're awesome. Please follow the page. Adam the Historian, Ghost Hunter. Adam, historically haunted, pretty much everything. Tours, paranormal, booking, Vodcast. I go over and over again. I'm trying to trademark the name. I'm going to do it soon. But thank you so much. Jessiy Hawthorne, we're going to get you back on because fucking an hour and a half wasn't enough. So thank you so much for coming on. Jesus. Sound healer, Reiki master, traveler, film shooting site explorer, musician, bass player, guitarist, singer, paranormal investigator, psychic medium, and just good person and friend.
Yep.
Awesome. This will be up on YouTube. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. My guest is it's the girl Velma von Dinkenstein. She goes by her stage name. She can be in Salem, but her real name is Michelle Collins or something. She's like an actress and whatever. Check out the show. Historically on the Vodcast. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll